Here we are, guys, back again. It's the Casual Blade and Bevvie podcast. There's myself, Lewis, and today we're joined by Tom Perrigo. So, how's it going, man?
All good, mate, all good.
All good. Right, well, not sure if you've seen many of the podcasts. Not many people have, but limited views, but it's all good.
I watched a few of them.
Fair play. Well, you probably know the general sort of gist. We'll get going. Just kind of give us an introduction about yourself and how you got into rollerblading.
I'm Tom Perrigo. I live in Birmingham, and I got into rollerblading by my parents were like driving us back from the shop or somewhere, and I seen a lad jump over a ramp over about 10 people lying down the bottom of my street on like some old school skates, and then I seen that out the window of the car, and I was just like, I want to get a pair of them. And I went down and met the lad that did it and become mates with him, and it's just started skating from there, basically.
Are you still friends with that guy?
Yeah, still friends with him. Unfortunately, broke his back on Milton Keynes drop ledge when we was younger, and he kind of took a step back. He still comes out and does photography with us sometimes, and we started doing like 7 a.m. sessions in the morning with him. But yeah, he kind of was off for a good 10 years or something after that.
It's pretty fucking heavy. That's pretty fucking heavy, that.
Yeah. But yeah, we're still mates and we still hang out and everything outside of skating as well. But yeah, that's how I started, and then I met like Mark Lee and Ben Sheldon and all the guys around Birmingham, like Hubbard and Sean Lockyer, all those guys. And then I went to uni in Southampton, and I didn't skate at all, so I had like 4 years off. And then I got a job down there filming extreme sports, and I wanted to pick up skating again. And I ended up meeting a load of guys down south, like Sean Churcher, Matt Brogan, all those sorts of guys. And like Dave Curtis was around. There was a load of guys around Southampton, Portsmouth, Sam Q, loads of people. And then I was there for skating down there for about 4 years, and then I've moved back to Birmingham now, back to the hometown.
Fair play. So how long ago was that? So when you say you seen someone jump over 10 people, how long ago?
Oh, I was probably about 11 years old, and I think he was 13 or 14, something like that. I think he's 3 years older than me.
Without giving away your age, how long ago was that?
I'm 29 now, 30 this year.
Right, okay. Early 2000s.
Yeah. Good long stint. So you obviously skated as a kid and went through all that, and then uni and stuff like that, and coming back to it. So the Tru Apparel side of it, was that before you went to uni, during, after?
That was sort of after, because I met a guy called Dan Murphy, and he was a rollerblader as well. I think it was the first rollerblader I met in Southampton, and I was studying video, doing video production and stuff like that. And Dan, he was studying illustration and stuff like that. So we met up, and he wanted to do like illustration for t-shirts and stuff, and I wanted to do some skating videos, and we just thought, why don't we just do it together? And that's how it kicked off, really.
Nice.
So yeah, but Dan's not really involved anymore. He went traveling. Unfortunately, he went traveling, and then he's come back, and he works for Animal, the surf brand, and he's more involved. He lives in Bournemouth, so he's more involved in the surfing now than the blading, really. But he's still a good guy, and I talk to him every now and again. But that's how it started. But then it kind of, what was good about it is it kept me in touch with like Mark Lee and Ben and everything, and we travel, because they were like, Mark was in Manchester, I was in Southampton, so none of us were sort of in the hometown anymore, so we'd sort of travel to do filming, which is good. It kind of kept us in touch, really, kept like the friendship going, really, more than anything, which was good.
Yeah, so I think did I read on the website? It was like 2013. Tru Apparel started.
2013.
So that's been going now, obviously, good few years.
Yeah, but I'd say like the first good few, probably 3 or 4 years, it was really like sort of just as like a crew thing more than anything. Do you know what I mean? Just do enough t-shirts for the guys, and that was about it. It's only like recently, well, I say recently, last, I don't know, maybe 3 years, it's got a bit more serious, and like we started doing the competition, the Brewery Blade Bash, and we started trying to just make it a bit more professional. Do you know what I mean? Like better quality t-shirts, better like doing like a proper full video we did in 2017, I think it was, and then just trying to keep it be a bit more professional with it, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's gone that way the past few years. I don't know whether it's just because I feel like I've been more active on social media since then, but definitely seems past sort of 3-4 years, like you're seeing a lot more content from you, like obviously yourself going out and filming, and you know the people on the team putting out content as well. Obviously, 2 new additions to the team this week, which is really sick. Obviously, we had Barrio on, you know, to chat with us, and he obviously dropped the bombshell that he joined the team.
I did watch that, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. No, he's a great addition to the team. Someone who definitely needed picking up by someone.
Definitely. Yeah. Looks like he was having the revolver wheels, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's on all kinds of hookups.
Yeah, just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of come about because we've had like a couple of guys sort of go their separate ways, really, because we had like Cameron Talbot on for a little bit in the USA. Yeah. He's moved on to Transit, you know, the Tory Tressida one.
Yeah.
He wanted to like they're good mates and everything, and it was all like mutual thing. It's all cool, and we like still chat to him every now and again. And then also we had Raf in Brazil. I've got like some quite close links with Brazil because my missus is from Brazil, and I've been over there skating over there.
Oh, right.
Lucky man.
I never met Raf, but I already always liked his skating. But he's sort of got his own thing going on. He's got like I think it's called hurricane blading, and there's fast foot as well and stuff. So I thought I've sort of spoke to him and said, look, I think you're doing your own thing. I think. And also, I sort of wanted to. It wasn't like having those international guys. I don't think it wasn't driving up any international sales. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I thought let's concentrate back on the UK basically.
Well, it seems from what I see from social media and the content and the people that are skating Tru Apparel, it is a lot of the UK scene. Yeah, it's not very out there internationally, is it? Well, it is known, but
I see where you're coming from.
The UK scene to drive it a lot harder.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, it seemed like you were quite a big team as well, like from people all over the country. You know, you got like Aaron Turner down south, and then obviously right up north, you got like Johnny and Matty and stuff like that. So
that's all come around. Like Aaron lived in Portsmouth for a while, and I lived in Southampton, and we was close, and we skated a lot, and that's how that came about. Mark Lee lived in Manchester, so he was obviously skating with Quayle and Matty and everything. But Matty's another one. He's moving on to he's moved on from us as well recently.
Oh, right. Didn't know.
And Connor as well. Connor Pierce has gone to the Blade as well. So we had a few slots open, and Tom, obviously, you know, he's like smashing at the moment. So obviously, he was a good addition. I've always liked Joe Harvey skating as well, and I also like that he's a video guy as well, like myself. So we chat about video stuff, and like it's nice to have someone to bounce video ideas off with as well for the
Joe and Barry are definitely two people who are very underrated and are very underappreciated when it comes to rollerblading, I think.
Yeah, massively. Like, well, obviously well known in the UK scene. Just from getting about and, you know, competitions and.
But nobody's ever really given them the opportunity. Yeah. Joe had Slap Top. Obviously, Slap Top's not a thing anymore. Other than that, really, Joe hasn't really had a lot of people backing him.
Yeah. One thing I did want to touch on with you was the idea behind the, you know, individual T-shirts. So like the Ross Jones, ones. Like what kind of spurred that idea on, or was it just trying to sort of give back to riders who are helping out, that sort of thing?
Well, I started Tru Apparel as like a non-profit sort of thing, and like for our first T-shirt, I think we made 150 quid, and I took all that out of the bank and took it to a competition in Wiltshire or somewhere. I don't know if you know the We Are Rollers guys. They held a competition in Wiltshire or Devizes somewhere, and I just give them the 150 quid and said, "Look, we've made this. I want it non-profit." But like I wanted to carry on doing that, but the problem was you're just taking money out your own pocket, and you can't get the next product going, or you can't support the team, and so it's kind of that philosophy I wanted to keep. So the signature tees was something to pay the riders, because obviously they put in, it's like for every sale each rider will get a $5. So it's I know it's not a lot, but obviously if we sell a lot, it can pay people a lot, and it's
it's a great incentive. I love the idea of putting money into skaters' pockets where possible, and, you know, credit to you for doing it, because obviously, you know, people might get bits here and there from sponsors and stuff, but it's kind of behind the scenes, whereas that was sort of full disclosure. Everyone sort of knew from the off, if you buy this T-shirt, £5 of it's going to your mate. So that was always a sick idea. Is there any more in the pipeline, or is that kind of...
Yeah, we're gonna like everyone. The plan is for everyone to have one, basically. But we've sort of what sort of happened with COVID and stuff. We put a lot of stuff on hold because we didn't know what's going on. People obviously furloughed. People might be losing their jobs, or people couldn't skate really. Well, there was a lot of stuff on Facebook for people skating and stuff. You know what I mean?
I wasn't one of them.
It's more the flack topic we do.
But it's just something I didn't want to get involved in that chat either, and so I was
definitely skating, putting content on.
Yeah, it's one of them. Like everyone was each to their own. Everyone had their own different take on it. So that's fair enough.
I appreciate and understand the concerns that people have for it and the rest of it. But then at the same time, fucking just let people live their lives. People want to do what they want to do.
Well, I just didn't want it to, like, as a brand, to be either way. I didn't want to. So that was it really. But we put a lot of stuff on hold, and then and like we've always sort of struggled with having a designer as well since Dan sort of moved on. We've never had like a single designer. That's probably why some of the T-shirts you'll notice are quite different from one another. But then we've had Stu Mason's helping out. I know he's doing his postscript thing as well, but in his spare time he's helping us out. He did well. Bobby Mendez did the first idea of the glitch sort of true font, and then Stu sort of made it into a full design after Bobby had to go back to concentrating on Forge from Steel. So we sort of jumped around with different designers, but now Stu is sort of in there to help us now. So I think there's going to be a bit more consistency in design.
Have you ever heard of a guy called Ross Martin does Blade Junkies?
Yeah, I think he did the because I've stepped back from the actual T-shirts and stuff, because there's like a team of us behind the scenes now. Like I do all the social media and the videos. You've got Mark Lee, he sort of badges the team to get footage, like let's say like a team manager sort of thing. And then you've got and Andy Meakin, he sort of does all the sorting out the designs, sorting out the briefs for Stu, and like liaison with the printers and stuff like that. So so there's a few, like Ben Sheldon does all the website and he does all the maths. So it's, so there's a few of us involved really, but I started it on my own back in the day. But back to what we were saying about the signature tee. We're planning to get everyone's going to have one eventually, but what we've done recently, we've tried to move away from the pre-order thing, because we was doing pre-order and everything pretty much, but it was because we just couldn't afford it, and we was all putting money in, and I just bought a house, and some of the other Ben's just bought a house, and obviously life was getting away. You can't just keep putting 100 quid in, 100 quid there, and so we've sort of built it up now, so it is sort of running itself, which is good. And this T-shirt we've just done now is probably our best seller so far, other than the support the UK BC UK scene we did. That one sold
all the names.
Yeah, all the names on the back.
That's our best seller, but like this one's our second best seller. So it's sort of put us in a better position. We don't have to do. I don't think we're going to be doing pre-orders anymore, which is good, because it always puts you off a bit, doesn't it? Like you have to wait a month for your T-shirt.
Yeah, it's understandable.
So it was never something we wanted to do really, but it's sort of, we just didn't have the money, to be honest. Even though, because sometimes like it can be quite deceiving, like with the amount of content that you put out and everything, that you think, oh, these guys are making loads of money here, but the reality is, like, we haven't really made anything up until recently. Do you know what I mean? So, so it's just been a sort of, it's a hobby that's getting a bit more. I think it's getting a bit more serious now, to be honest, more so than it was a few years ago.
It makes sense, and like, fair play for coming on and being so open and honest about, it obviously not making a lot of money in the past, and obviously trying to build on it now. I mean, back in, well, obviously you said the video came out 2017, and there was so much content. It's like you say, you do kind of get that impression behind the scenes, everything's running smooth and doing really well, because you have put out a lot of content, like the riders you've got as well, put out a lot of content on social media and stuff, which is good.
Well, I sort of see it as the content's an advert. I work in advertising. Right. That's what I do for a living. I do video production. I work for an advertising agency. So I see them as adverts, and I'd rather people see the stuff for free. That was my, like, because some of the guys said we should do it, like the video was a VOD. I was like, I'd rather have everyone watch it, and then be more like Tru, be more well known than have a handful of people.
I fully understand what you're saying, because obviously when it comes to purchasing things, it's a bit shit to say, but a lot of rollerbladers are a little bit, I'm going to keep my money in my pocket and I can't afford it, maybe.
Yeah.
And when it's coming to like buying VODs, which people are putting VODs out there for like 10 to 15 quid a video. Yeah. And sometimes it's not an expensive thing, but sometimes you can't spare that fucking tenner.
Yeah.
Like, and you are 100% doing it right. When I think of like, throwing out content for your own brand to be advertised with the whole team, and they can put out all their content, each and every individual person is going to have their own views with their own shares.
Yeah.
Which everybody else is going to see.
Yeah, it's a good way of getting eyes on the product, isn't it, at the end of the day? And it makes complete sense.
Every time I go on fucking, at the moment, every time I go onto Instagram, it's just people wearing 3D glasses.
Yeah. So
that was an idea of Andy's. That was but I sort of took that. I had a plan that we was going to do an advert. Every guy on the team was going to do an advert, and like we'll advertise a T-shirt. And that I sort of took that from like how brands have done it that I've worked on at work. Do you know what I mean? It's more so outside of rollerblading influence that than how some black, because a lot of blading companies, they'll release a tee and then there'll be a picture of that tee and then that's it, and then and then 2 months later there might be an edit with the guys wearing the tee. I sort of wanted it the other way around. We did like sort of countdown with people's footage coming out, and I think it built more of like a hype than just like a single picture would, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like a release drop, isn't it? It's like bringing up a pair of Off-Whites for somebody who's into sneakers. Do you know what I mean? The same type of thing. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I think work. Like when I was on social media, obviously up and coming until the release on Friday, there was a lot of guys sharing. You know,
well, it felt like obviously you had the way you kind of spaced out. You had like one fella had put a little promo out, and then the day out. So you'd constantly have that stream of different footage, different people, but all in the same tee. So like everyone was getting shares, but they were getting like one share like one day, and then someone else was getting a share. It was constantly in your stream. It was good.
And all of that footage, that they all got that T-shirt on the Monday, so they all went out that week and shot that week, which was great. It's like Jake shot that stuff. I think it was on Thursday night, in like through the night. I think he got home at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something stupid like that.
Jake Ricketts.
Oh yeah, it did. That was pretty cool.
He messaged me about, like, said, "Oh, got it. This little promo thing coming out tomorrow. Should check it out." He's like, "I've only got home at 4 in the morning. Went with one of his mates from home who does a bit of videography."
I did share it.
Yeah.
Little smackhead. I did share it for him.
No, it was it was really good, and
it's good as well, because I think I create those little like glitchy effects to have them across all of the it sort of tied it all in.
Yeah, no,
it was like an advertising campaign more so than just throwing a picture up. But
I think as a business side of it, I think that's what you should aim for each time, is that the whole people throwing out banging clips with the clothing on with like the last week before the drop. It worked. I think it worked, and obviously with you saying the sales are a lot better, it seems.
Yeah, I think it has worked, to be honest, and it just shows that like promoting the product properly it will just really help. Do you know what I mean?
Social media is your business. That's how you will bring in the money. It's
a
media.
Powerful tool. So, like, just coming away from the tier bit and the recent stuff. So you did the Fruit Boot Shootout T-shirt as well. So were you involved in the running of the Fruit Boot Shootout, or was that something completely separate?
Well, we did little bits and bobs, but it wasn't really like me and Andy was involved, like sort of on the side, but we wasn't like Glenn and the other guys did all that really. We had a little bit of input, but we did do the T-shirt. We supplied them with, I think it was 12 T-shirts. There's 4 events, isn't there? Three T-shirts for each.
Yeah, 4 events.
First, second, and third. So we did that and just gave Glenn them, said like, this is what we want to help out with this, and we bought that. I think Ross Martin did that design, I think, but like I say, Andy sorts out all the designs and stuff now. I'm just the social media guy, to be honest. But we had little bits, but I don't know what's going on with the final or anything. I think it's all
I think it's up in the air, and up in the air until, well, one skate park opens at least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If it opens,
I can tell though from yourself. Obviously, it's difficult to be so involved in also one thing when you also have your outside life, which is obviously, when you're an adult and you're doing all this shit, and then you've got a company on the side to run. That company on the side, it doesn't become a company. Sometimes it will become like a fucking burden where you're like, oh God, I've got to go and do this. I've got to sort this out. I've got a full day work.
that's why, because there's been a few times in the past where I thought I'm just going to knock this on the head. Do you know what I mean? Because I was so busy with it. But then, like having Mark and Andy and Ben, like having them guys wanted to carry it on. So what they've took a lot of the work off my plate. So then I can just do the videos and the social media. They're doing all the other bits, and so there isn't one person that's doing loads of work. There's four of us all doing bits and bobs in between, like you say, our lives, but we're all working together as a team and getting it all done, really. So.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good thing. I know there's probably like every single rollerblading UK scene company out there are not doing that. Like, and yeah. I think that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, lighten the load a bit, and
yeah, definitely. Because if you were to take on all like yourself, you know, fucking all the merchandise coming to your house, you packing everything, you delivering everything, you
chasing people for
media,
content.
Yeah, you doing the content, you fucking looking after the team, you're doing fucking everything that's involving for your fucking advertisement, everything. It's just gonna take a toll on you. You're gonna be like, fuck this. Yeah. I'm fucking knackered.
It did, mate, and like I do like camera work and stuff, and sometimes you do 15 hours days, and then you have to come home and you have to see some true stuff. I was like, you know, I can't be doing this. But then the lads, they all stepped up. To be fair to them, and they said, look, we've built something here. We don't want to like let it die, basically. And they've all jumped in and. They'd save the brand, really. To be honest, it wouldn't be here without those guys. And
shout out to the guys, shout out to the team.
Absolutely, it's fair play.
Top squad.
Absolutely, yeah. It is a top set of guys. Like,
saying that, do you want to get your questions out of the way?
We'll come back to them because I got one. I've got one here anyway. Where I'm kind of interested, really. So, you released the tee now. Going forward, it actually ties into one of Jake's questions. Is there any plans for anything going forward in terms of like a tour or anything like that? You know, getting the guys together, one big promo, or even just a little trip, anything like that?
Well, we've had ideas and stuff, but we've just got to like try and build the kitty up a little bit more, to be honest. But it's definitely something I'd like to do, and possibly could think about doing a video in the future. But what I did think about doing was sort of because I don't get to travel as much as I used to. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting a bit older. I've got loads of work on. I'm playing like a rock band as well, so that takes up some of my time. And then, but what I was thinking about doing is doing like a series of sections. It wasn't necessarily for Tru, it's just for guys around Birmingham, to be honest, like film proper, like high-end filmed sections. So like Mark and Jack would probably be in there, and like Sean Churches, he's badgering me to start filming. He wants to start filming this week, but that's I think that'd more just be to make some stuff around Birmingham. But I think we haven't really got anything set in stone. I did want to take everyone to Winter Clash this year, but I don't know if that's happening. And obviously, we're set with COVID. We had loads of stuff planned, and but we've had to put everything on hold because we didn't want to bring out products when people are struggling for money, basically.
Yeah. No, that's fair. What I'd suggest to you is like, don't worry too much about funding people for travel and all that type of stuff at the moment. I'd say get yourself steady with a steady, profitable income with the t-shirts, and then look at that. Like, and I'm sure the boys will fully understand that. So I mean, you've done it for that long now, where it hasn't been profitable to begin with. But now, if it's starting to bring in a little something to help you, then that kitty's only going to get bigger. But take your time with it, because obviously it's been going since 2013. People are still supporting it. People still want to support it. And
it was quite good what Greg said on your podcast, the other one, about like you should try and make money from it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. It's a business at the end of the day. You're not a kid anymore, and I fully understand with what you're saying. Like the crew t-shirts, like I think that was everyone's little thing, and I think we did it when think we called it like black and white skating because I was friends with skateboarders at the same time, and it was like a yin yang with wheels as the one was a skateboard and one was a rollerblader.
Right.
But we did that just as like a crew thing, it was the boys, you know what I mean? And then like one of the lads who wasn't a skater at the time was like, can I get one of them hoodies? And like, you know, at the time I can't look at my mum and be like, hey mum, can you print a hoodie for my friend?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, other people, I can give the design to somebody and the mum and dad would have done that for them, but that's all well and good. It's non-profitable. It's just about fucking being a little crew, and you know. Yeah. But when you're getting older, mate, and you're looking at business side of things, it is down to money. It is about fucking income. At the end of the day, you've got a livelihood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, to be honest, I'm not looking to. I don't want to take a cut from it, and none of the guys want to take a cut from it. Really, we just want it to be self-sufficient and be able to support the guys, support competitions, because we always try and get products competitions every time we can, and we just want it to sort of true to be its own thing, and none of us have to put any money in, and that can make money for itself. And none of us want to take any of that money and put it in our pocket. We want it to go back into the brand and just hopefully snowball from there. But
I never meant like
a business to profit.
Profit. I meant a business to profit for
where it can just keep churning out product and
like
you're not panicking about it.
Yeah, so like you're not. It's not like you're doing it because you want that money to go on holiday next year. Yeah, it's want that money for everyone who is on the team and to be involved. You can produce more products. You can take them on tours. You can help them out if they fucking bust a set of wheels and they can't afford it and that type of thing. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a good idea of looking at it, and I think what you've done and how you set it up and how you've got everyone on board. I think it's fucking top, mate. I think you've done a really good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good job.
I do feel like it's starting to pick up a bit more momentum now with especially with this product, and we're going to be rolling out products pretty quickly, I think. And I think the next signature tee will probably be Quails, I think, to be honest. He's already started filming
Are you going to do the logo is just a really long tongue on a pair of skates?
No.
No, nothing.
He answered that the other day.
Of course, he listens to these. He told me he listens to this on his way to work. He must be thinking, fucking hell, I wish you'd stop putting my fucking name in your mouth.
Drop my fucking line in, so I'm sick of it. I mention it to him every time. I'm like, how are the tongues on your line is so long, Johnny?
To be fair, we put out a post on UKBC before, just seeing if anyone had any questions, and Johnny Quayle actually had one. And it was, will we ever see Tom's chin again? So
I think that's referring to the beard, mate. To be honest, it's not as big as yours, but it's been that big in the past. But
I'm overcompensating. Don't worry about it.
So who else you got? Go on.
I said I look too young without the beard, mate. So I'm keeping it.
Yeah, preaching.
Sean is on the fucking questions here. On the questions. Sean's loving it. So
has he asked when we started filming?
No, do you know what he hasn't? He has asked a couple of questions. Two of them are him taking the piss, I assume, and one of them is actually like him asking a question. So you got Sean Churcher and also Paul Squeak Burston. They are both asking, and they've got a good couple of likes on each. You know, 4 on one, 5 on the other. Sean's asked, when are you going to make hoodies? And Paul Burston has also asked, and more hats.
Yeah. Well, we've got ideas in the pipeline coming, mate. Really, but I don't really want to say too much because they're still early doors. Because what we've realised with this product that we've done in the past, we've got design. We haven't refined it. We've just gone, right, that looks cool. Let's slap on a t-shirt. Let's get it out. With this one, we really spent time deciding what we do. We got samples from the printer, tests and everything to make sure that the product was spot on. And so I think we're going to be doing that going forward. But we've got ideas for hats coming up, hopefully, and hoodies are probably going to be more towards the.
How the fuck is anything?
Hoodies will probably be towards winter time, to be honest.
Yeah, Paul Churchill and Paul Churchill, Sean from Churchill and Paul Burston. Fuck off. You'll find out in the future. Nosy bastards.
Keep following.
Yeah. Right, we'll get Sean's out the way because he's a dickhead. Right, so you've got. When are you going to start making wax?
Probably not going to make wax, to be honest.
Yeah.
Saturated market.
Yeah, nice one, Sean, for the second question. Appreciate it. The next one after that from Sean again is, how long have you had your skates? Don't worry. When are you getting shadows again?
All right. Well, I used to skate shadows a lot when I used to live down south, and that was probably when I did my best skating, really. But I've got Salomons at the moment.
Nice.
But,
Never change. Never change.
Yeah, there were STI teams there with adapt sole plates that Andy sorted out for me. But I had STI teams when I was 13, so it's sort of a nostalgia thing. But I think I've had them for about 2 years. But I don't skate as much as I used to, so there's still got loads of life left in them, really.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. The fucking heart's still in it, and it's still there, and you know.
And they're better than shadows.
Yeah. Hang on.
Well, I did really like the shadows. I used to be able to skate. I used to skate all right in the shadows.
I like shadows as well. I used to as well, and this guy here doesn't like him.
Horrible.
We don't talk about that situation with him.
Horrible.
So, do you know what? I actually thought there was only two or three questions from Kelly Locks, but there isn't. There's another one. So the next one, which you pretty much answered anyway.
Yeah.
His question is, will you be making a super Tru Apparel t-shirt with a big unicorn? Mind blown.
To be fair, I'd love to see the Super Barrio logo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but then at the same time, stop being nosy, Sean. Because
I think everyone's going to have their signature tee, and everyone, all the guys, they have input on the design and everything.
Yeah, Barry is saying here he has got a couple of ideas in his head.
To be fair, that was a question I wanted to ask you, actually. Is the team riders have some sort of input into that personal tee then? Yeah,
they do. Yeah, like a lot of them don't design it themselves. For example, the one we did with Matty with the big donut on the back.
Yeah.
Sammy Optics did that, but him and Matty worked together on that design, and it came out well. And then Ross Jones has a mate, I think, over in Europe somewhere that did his one.
Sweet.
So yeah, it's all everyone sort of, they have their own input. I get them to send me a picture of their signature, and we put that in the neck as well. So it's actually like a little so yeah, on the label you have like the Tru Apparel, the size, and then you have their signature as well. So it's just a little touches like that.
Nice.
But, it's all they always have like the input, it's just that's how it is, and then they get their fiver from each sale.
Well, it's been nice hearing from a guy who obviously has the right way of looking at the way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's always good to speak to people who obviously have a real passion for rollerblading and also want to give back to rollerblading. So shout out to yourself, man, because like everything you've said tonight, and you know, I'm sure people have vouched when they've spoken to you in the past. It's everything you're doing at Tru is to put back into rollerblading. So fair play.
And if anybody's wondering what's happened to our background and the scene that we have got here, my roof fell through, so I had a big fuck off leak and my walls fell down. My front room is in the fucking podcast room, so right now it's not a man cave. My missus knows, and she knows to stay the fuck out. So just between us, though,
yeah. It's been good to speak to you, Tom, and hopefully everything goes well in the future for Tru, and keep putting out them signature tees because they're boss.
Yeah, we're going to continue it, mate. No worries.
Is there anything else you want to touch on before we call it a night?
Not really. No. Shout out to all the riders. Shout out to all the guys that help us out, and shout out to all the guys that buy the t-shirts. We wouldn't be able to do it without people buying the stuff, and that's it really. Sound.
It is. Well,
Good stuff.
thanks very much, Tom, for coming on. Very much appreciated, dude.
No worries.
Easy, man.
I'll
See
see
you
you
later,
later.
buddy.